Have you ever felt like your body is working against you? It does not happen overnight. It builds slowly, quietly, over time, until one day your body stops responding the way it should. And the truth is, most people don't even realize it's happening. You feel tired more often. You struggle to lose weight. Cravings become harder to control. And no matter how much you try, it feels like something inside is working against you. Here's what's really going on. Your body depends on a hormone called insulin to survive. It helps move sugar from your blood into your cells, where it can be used as energy. Without insulin, your body cannot function properly. But in today's world, where food is always available, your body is constantly being pushed to produce more and more of it. Over time, this constant demand creates a problem. Your cells begin to ignore insulin's signal. They stop responding the way they used to. And when that happens, your body does not slow down. It pushes harder. It produces even more insulin, trying to force the system to work. This is insulin resistance. And if you do not understand what's driving it, it can turn into a long-term struggle. But here's the good news. This is not random, and it is not out of your control. There are three key factors that directly influence how much insulin your body produces every single day. What you eat, how your food is processed, and when you eat. Once you understand these three, you can start to take back control. Let's break it down. You try to eat better, you try to move more, you try to stay disciplined, but the weight does not go down. Your energy stays low, and cravings keep pulling you back. It feels confusing, it feels frustrating. And at some point, you start to wonder, what if the problem is not your effort? What if the real issue is something happening silently inside your body? There is a condition that affects millions of people, often without them realizing it. A condition that slowly changes how your body handles food, energy, and fat. It is called insulin resistance. Now, before this sounds complicated, let's break it down in a simple way. Your body runs on energy, and one of its main fuels is glucose, which comes from the food you eat. To move that glucose from your blood into your cells, your body uses a hormone called insulin. Think of insulin as a key. It unlocks your cells so glucose can enter and be used as energy. When everything is working well, this system is smooth and efficient. You eat, insulin rises a little, glucose enters your cells, and your energy stays stable. But over time, something can go wrong. If your body is exposed to high insulin levels again and again, day after day, your cells start to respond less. They begin to ignore the signal. The key is still there, but the lock does not open as easily. This is insulin resistance. When this happens, your body tries to fix the problem by producing even more insulin. It pushes harder and harder, trying to force glucose into your cells. And that is where the cycle begins. Higher insulin leads to more fat storage. More fat storage leads to lower energy. Lower energy leads to more cravings. And the cycle repeats. This is why many people feel stuck. They are not lazy. They are not lacking discipline. Their biology is working against them. But here is the important part. This process does not happen randomly. It is strongly influenced by your daily habits. And when you understand those habits, you can start to change the direction. There are three key factors that play a major role in how much insulin your body produces: what you eat, how your food is structured, and when you eat. Let's start with the first one. The type of food you eat has a direct impact on your insulin response. Every time you eat, your body releases insulin. That is normal, but different foods create different responses. Highly processed carbohydrates, especially refined sugars and white flour products, tend to raise blood sugar quickly. And when blood sugar rises quickly, insulin rises quickly too. This repeated spike puts pressure on your system. Protein also stimulates insulin, but usually in a more moderate and controlled way. It supports muscle repair and helps you feel full. Fats, on the other hand, generally have the lowest immediate impact on insulin levels. They digest more slowly and provide steady energy. Now, this does not mean that one type of food is good and another is bad. Your body needs balance, but the problem starts when your diet is heavily dominated by refined and processed carbohydrates. Frequent spikes, repeated every day, create long-term stress on your insulin system. A more balanced approach with whole foods and steady energy sources helps reduce that pressure. The second factor is something many people overlook. It is not just what you eat, it is how your food is structured. Modern food is often highly processed. When food is processed, it is broken down into very small particles. This makes it easier to digest, but it also makes it faster to absorb. And faster absorption means a quicker rise in blood sugar. Think about the difference between whole food and powdered or ultra-processed food. Whole foods require more chewing. They digest more slowly. They enter your bloodstream in a gradual way. Processed foods, on the other hand, can enter your system rapidly. This creates a sharper insulin response. Even foods that seem healthy can behave differently depending on how they are prepared. For example, whole ingredients often act very differently compared to their processed versions. This does not mean you need to avoid all convenience foods, but it does mean that the more natural and less processed your meals are, the easier it is for your body to manage insulin. Simple changes can make a difference. Choosing whole foods more often, eating meals that require chewing, reducing reliance on highly refined products. These small adjustments help slow things down inside your body, and that matters more than most people realize. Now let's talk about the third factor, timing. Your body follows a natural rhythm. It is influenced by light, darkness, and your internal clock. During the day, your body is more active. It is better prepared to process food and use energy. At night, your body begins to slow down. It shifts into recovery mode. When you eat late at night, your body is not as efficient at handling that energy. Glucose can stay elevated for longer. Insulin can remain active for longer. Over time, this pattern can add to the overall load on your system. Another important detail is frequency. If you are eating constantly throughout the day, your insulin levels may not get a chance to come down. This does not mean you need extreme restrictions, but allowing your body some time between meals can be helpful. It gives your system a break. It allows insulin levels to settle, and it supports better metabolic balance. When you combine all three factors, food type, food structure, and timing, you begin to see a bigger picture. It is not about a single meal. It is about patterns. Daily patterns shape how your body responds over time. Now, you might be wondering, what does this mean in real life? Do you need to follow a strict plan? Do you need to cut out entire food groups? Not necessarily. In fact, extreme approaches often create more problems than they solve. What works better is consistency with simple habits. Start by becoming more aware of your food choices. Reduce highly processed foods where possible. Include balanced meals with protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Pay attention to how often you eat. Try to avoid constant snacking if it is not necessary. Be mindful of late-night eating. And most importantly, observe how your body responds. Everyone is different. The goal is not perfection. The goal is improvement. Over time, these small changes can help your body become more responsive again. Energy levels may improve, cravings may decrease, and your system can begin to feel more stable. This is not an overnight fix. It is a gradual process, but it is a powerful one. Because when you support your body instead of working against it, things start to shift. Before we finish, there is one more important point. Information like this is meant to guide you, not replace professional care. If you have specific health concerns or medical conditions, it is always best to consult a qualified healthcare provider. Your health is personal, and it deserves proper attention. If you found this helpful and you want more clear, simple, and practical health insights, make sure to subscribe to Dr. Sean Dozbo. This channel is here to break down complex topics into easy, useful knowledge that you can actually apply in your daily life. Stay informed, stay consistent, and take care of your health one step at a time.